Hey everyone, Railman28 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Wrestling with Railman28 with breaking news right now, which does touch my heart. It really does. Breaks it, to be honest. I'm sad to say that one of my favourite superstars, one of my favourite superstars of all time, is of course Hulk Hogan, the immortal Hulk Hogan, who this year, has passed away. It's a shocking result that he passed away at the age of 71. And I got confirmation that he passed away of cardiac arrest, heart attack really. And I'm shocked, to be honest. Really, I am shocked. And I'm upset as well. I just can't help it, I just couldn't help it. And I never even met Hulk Hogan. And, before I'd say anything else on this podcast, I'm going to do a couple of dings on the bell for you guys for a minute silence so I can take time to remember him in the wrestler's way. So let's take a moment to remember him, to remember Hulk Hogan, one of the iconic superstars who made WWE what it is today and made wrestling what it is today. So, ring the bell, please. Thank you for the silence, guys. Now, I will say this about Hulk Hogan, one of my favourite superstars. I don't know what to say. Now, for the past 2 months, I will address Becky Lynch, Rebecca Quinn. I will address her on this one, and we'll have to call her out for this. I am a fan of hers. Literally, I'm a fan of all WWE superstars, really, even the old classic ones. But to say Hulk Hogan is scum, that really hurts me. It really does. And Becky and Mark Henry, calling him out as well. Now, you may hate Hulk Hogan. Okay, you can hate him, yes. It's okay to hate someone, but don't go hating them too much. Hate is a strong word, and believe me, it is. Just because Hulk Hogan did some bad things in the past doesn't mean they're not forgiven. No, not forgivable, I mean. They can be forgiven. And I've forgiven Hulk Hogan for whatever bad things he's done. And everyone just likes saying bad stuff about him. Even though the fans will boo him, yeah, okay, the fans have a right to boo who they want to boo, cheer who they want to cheer on. But to me, for Becky Lynch and Mark Henry, Becky Lynch to say Hulk Hogan is scum, that really hurts me. It really does. Everyone would say to me, what do you think of Becky Lynch now? Well, what can I say? I'm a fan of her as well, yes. But I am deeply, very, very deeply disappointed in her. If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, and I'll address this to Mark Henry as well, he's been told this many times, without Hulk Hogan, WWE wouldn't have been where it is today. He made WWE what it is today. Even though he moved on from wrestling, retired from wrestling, and I loved him. Really do. I did love him. I loved all the old classic WWE superstars. I loved Stone Cold very much. I loved The Undertaker, Ric Flair, and Andre the Giant. Yes, I loved them. Sergeant Slaughter, another favourite as well, who Hogan knew. And to everyone, even though Hogan did bad things, well, his real name is Terry, actually. I'm called Terry and he's called Terry. So there is a place in this world for Terrys like him and me. Literally, there is. And I don't care what everyone says about Hulk Hogan. I don't care. He was my icon. He was like a god to me, a role model. And he, Saraya, Stone Cold, everyone else in WWE got me inspired into professional wrestling. Got me to love professional wrestling as it is today. And look where I am at EWE. I've been a ring announcer in EWE. And in fact, I like to ring announce on the 31st of August. And I would love to do this at the Battle of the Bedford. For the whole night. And of course, yeah, I would love to do that. And remember Hulk Hogan, and I like all wrestlers that come round the ring, and we ring the bell for Hulk Hogan just like I did now. I like us to do just that. For Hulk Hogan. He got us all inspired into loving professional wrestling. Despite the bad things he did. And yeah, he played a bad guy. Becky Lynch plays a bad guy. Yes. And Bayley's played a bad guy. And I'm pretty sure Lyra Valkyria is going to play a bad guy as well. Eventually, she'll turn heel. And yeah, I understand all the character work. But Mark Henry, Becky Lynch, or Rebecca Quinn, I should say, please, I need you to think about what you both had said about Hogan in the past. It's just to show a little respect for what he did back then. And be thankful you both are in professional wrestling. And Mark, you've been in professional wrestling at the same time as he was wrestling and became undefeated for a whole period of time. He became World Heavyweight Champion for a long time. And yeah, that's why they called him the Immortal Hulk Hogan. He was special. Yes, he has his dark sides. But doesn't everyone have a dark side? I mean, Mark Henry, don't you have a dark side? Did you have a dark side before? Before you got in professional wrestling? Oh yeah, and Becky Lynch had a dark side. Possibly before she joined professional wrestling. Of course, before she followed her brother on a train. Well, actually, her brother took the train. Dad drove her in the car to the professional wrestling school. And she got into professional wrestling. Yeah, of course, everyone has a dark side. I'll admit I'd have my dark side, yes. I'll admit that. Yes. And Saraya, I believe in Saraya, I believe in Zach, I believe in Roy, I believe in Ricky, I believe in Saraya Knight, of course. Yes, I believe in all professional wrestlers. Every professional wrestler has a dark side. I mean, take Vince McMahon, for example. He has his dark sides. If you haven't seen the documentary, he did have his dark sides. Everyone has a dark side, and they can overcome their dark sides, believe me, they can do. Well, not all people can. Not all people can, though. That's the bad bit. But now I should say some good things about Hulk Hogan, real name Terry. He has starred in many movies. He starred in one of the Muppet movies. One of the Muppet movies he starred in. And he starred in when he said, "Who cares? I'm a bad guy now." That's him. Next, he starred in Gremlins 2. He starred in the Gremlins 2. I know that for certain, because I've seen it. Also, other shows that Hulk Hogan has starred in, like the A-Team as well. I've got the whole box set of the A-Team, and I've seen Hulk Hogan in 2 episodes, I think. Yep, 2. And he starred in Thunder in Paradise, and there you go. That's all I can say about that. And yeah, and it breaks my heart to know that he's really gone. Some people will be glad he's gone, actually. And the people know who I'm talking about. And if Becky wants to get in my good books, and if I'm going to buy Becky Lynch's book, just like I brought Soraya's book first. I brought Soraya's book first from Amazon. That's what I did. I did hers first because Soraya's more deserving than Becky. Becky, I'll have to buy her book second. I'm sorry, Becky, but you're going second place now. I love Soraya more. Paige more. And if I were to choose a side, if you were a bad guy, Becky, and Soraya was Paige and she returned to WWE, I'd cheer her on to win. And by the end of that match, I expect you to turn babyface, shake her hand, give her a hug, end of story. End of that chapter. And begins the next chapter in the book where both of you team up against another tag team. And there you go. I have huge respect for Becky, her daughter, and Seth. Believe me, I do. And as a person who's gonna become a professional wrestler, I wouldn't mind having an intergender match with Becky Lynch herself. She may kick my butt, but I would probably win that match with Stunner, a spear, a cannonball, pop-up powerbomb, maybe. There you go. I would win that match. I would let her rough me up a little bit, but then I'll use Hulk Hogan's iconic move that Nia Jax uses. The leg drop. Bounce off the rope, leg drop. Those were Hulk Hogan's moves, and I would love to do that move, possibly on Theodore Powers. I would love to do that, to remember Hulk Hogan for what he did back then. And there you go. That's how I would do it. And I would love to do it to a professional wrestler eventually. When I'm a professional wrestler, at least. And the one place I like to train is either Al Snow's Wrestling Academy or WAW's Wrestling School in Norwich. I'll probably be a professional wrestler in no time, as Rowdy Ricky Knight would say. I'll be knowing how to wrestle in no time. I mean, a 90-year-old wrestler was trained up, and he won his first match within the first night. And there you go. That's how you do it. So, I'm not gonna hold back. I definitely am gonna do it. I'm gonna get out there, start training hard, real hard, and I'm gonna really, really become that professional wrestler. I love trains and railways, but now I'm moving on to wrestling more and more. Because what happened to Hulk Hogan, it really did upset me. It really did. Broke me heart. It really did. And I was hoping he'd live a bit longer, maybe make some visits to wrestling venues around the world, like EWE. I was hoping he would come and visit. But actually, I like to ask Terence Thatcher, see if you can give, and Buff Broadside, if you both can give Ric Flair a call, tell him to come down to the Bedford in Balham in London. He would love the professional wrestling there. He would love our professional wrestling here in London. He would love it. And tomorrow, not tomorrow, on Saturday, 26th of July, I'm going to UKPW in Bexley Heath. I'm going to be there. And I'm going to see what their professional wrestling is all about. And I wouldn't mind if I said a few words getting in the ring. I would love to get in that ring, say a few words, even though some crowds might boo me. They might say, "Hey, that's Railman28 up there. We've heard his podcast and YouTube channel." Yes, I'll probably end up getting more and more popular, and they'd understand what I mean about Hulk Hogan. You got so many young Hulk Hogan fans out there. You got to think of them. You can't blame them for loving him for what he did back then. Really. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I love Hulk Hogan, and I always will love him. He always has a place in my heart. As I said, I love WWE superstars from the classic era, the Attitude Era. There you go. That's how I like it. You got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, The Rock. Yes. I remember those days. I remember those times as well, because I was born in the 90s and WWE was at its best back then, when Hulk Hogan was in the NWO with Kevin Nash. Yes, you name it. Yes, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, who is named Hacksaw, who went to WAW in the past. Yes. Ricky Knight would remember Scott Hall. Yeah, Scott Hall taught them everything about being a heel, really. I mean, if I were to turn heel, I would probably be upset. But now, come to think of it, I would most be comfortable being a heel, actually. I wouldn't mind it now, because I'm starting to learn from it, being a heel. Be mean to the crowd. And literally, if I was in America right now in WWE, I would most definitely unleash everything on that crowd. And I'd like to thank The Rock for that, John Cena for that. Literally, I would most thank both of them, and Cody Rhodes, who probably will turn heel soon, and Randy Orton for showing how to be a proper good heel. Be the most hated in WWE. Dominic Mysterio has done that by disrespecting Rey Mysterio, but truth be told, it's all about storytelling, guys. Well, most of you would know that. I had to remind you all, of course. Now, I thought I'd break it to you guys, and when I heard about it, I nearly teared up. And I just was super, super shocked. And most of you would be shocked as well. First, Ozzy Osbourne, one of the Prince of Darknesses who loves WWE. Now Hulk Hogan. What's the world coming to? And of course, Hulk Hogan knew Dog the Bounty Hunter, Dwayne "Dog" Chapman. Yes, Hulk Hogan and Dwayne "Dog" Chapman, they knew each other. And Ozzy Osbourne did the song for Dog the Bounty Hunter as well, for the show. And I'm sure Hulk Hogan has been on that show before as well. Yes. And Dog the Bounty Hunter's been to WWE shows, you may have noticed. Or TNA shows he may have been to, TNA wrestling. Hulk Hogan's been there as well. And he's also been on Gladiator USA. Of course, he was a host. A good host. To be honest, he was a good host. Saying, "You score pretty big points." Yeah. Of course. Yeah. That's how I feel, guys. I feel that all the disrespect Hulk Hogan has gotten over the past few years, decades, about this sort of bad thing he did in the past, I'm not going to say it. Literally, I don't want to say it. And I've heard it before. And that was in the past. It's forgiven. I've forgiven him. I forgive him. I'm sure everyone else could forgive Hulk Hogan as well. I listened to his music and I even watched that iconic match between him and Andre the Giant. I'm sure they're having that rematch up there right now. Literally, I'm sure they are. Upstairs now. And they're upstairs right now in heaven, having that match right now, having that talk about wrestling. Of course, how the fans loved them, maybe hate them too. Yeah, you name it. Yeah, I've sort of overcome that loss, but to me, Hulk Hogan was my true icon. Literally, he was one of my true icons. One of my true love of professional wrestling. And my other favourite wrestler was Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold remains at number 1. And, of course, Hulk Hogan and him are equally matched. They are. They would have made a great tag team, those two. Stone Cold and Hulk. They would have made a great tag team, those two. I mean, Stone Cold never wrestled Hulk before, even though when Hulk Hogan was in the NWO and then he had to leave the NWO to be his Hulkamaniac again. Yeah, I get that. He's faced Triple H, The Undertaker, Ric Flair. He's faced many people like that before. He's faced Mick Foley, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and The Rock. Yes. And I'm sure Dwayne Johnson will provide a few stories about him and Hulk Hogan, where Hulk says he's going to leave professional wrestling for a bit and he wants The Rock to retire him. Stone Cold did that. I even seen a documentary on Stone Cold Steve Austin, how he managed to do that with The Rock. So both Dwayne, John Cena, Hulk Hogan, and Steve Austin, they all faced each other in the past. And Dwayne Johnson always came out on top. The Rock always came out on top and retired them, really. And I've got a funny feeling John Cena wants Dwayne The Rock Johnson, The Rock, to retire him from WWE in one final match against him. That's my prediction of what John Cena wants. He's going to become a babyface again after facing Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. Cody turns heel. Bang. There you go. That's how one final chapter in the story will break. Now, John Cena will beat Cody Rhodes a few times on a losing streak. Now, Cody will have to go on a losing streak when he turns heel, possibly, and try his utmost best to interfere in John Cena and The Rock's match. And The Rock will tell Cody this is between him and John Cena and The Rock one last time. That will be an iconic match. That would be. It would be. If The Rock's listening to this, make it possible. That dream match, retirement match that John Cena would want, I'm guessing he wants that last match with you. See if you can make that story possible. I'd love to see that at WrestleMania. But only on TV though, because even though I've got my passport, I've flown to Portugal before. I'm sure I could fly to the USA if I can get there, of course. I need to get there first. And I would love to go to WrestleMania. That's what I like to go to, WrestleMania. But actually, as John Cena said, on his last match, December, that's his last time he's competing. There you go. That's his last time he's competing. But that's it. I mean, in December, if they're in London, if they can have a pay-per-view in December in London, That would be fantastic. At the O2 Arena. It would be fantastic to have his one last match at the O2 Arena in the UK. That would be iconic. And The Rock would be there as well. And that would be something that the UK fans would want. John Cena versus The Rock one last time. And there you have it. That would be an iconic match. And all the fans, they'll let all the fans come and see them. Me included, that's for sure. I love to go and see them both. Have a photograph of them both. Have an autograph signed poster by both of them. To Terry the Steam Train, like I did with Harley Hudson. Yeah. I would like that. That's my dream thing to happen, really. But obviously that won't happen. That probably won't happen anyway. But I would love to go to WrestleMania in Vegas. I would love to go there. If it's all at all possible. If WWE can arrange all of that. Because I'm a podcaster. And I know a couple of their people are podcasters. And I like to join them. And literally join them for a watch along. Maybe. But I join Sammy J. Bird for watch alongs all the time. I do. So maybe. But I can watch pay-per-view events on Netflix now. So that's good. I can watch. I don't watch them live. I watch them like the day after that. That's what I do. To catch up with professional wrestling. I do that quite often, I do. And I'm just trying to get things off my chest. And as I said before, as I pointed out, I was disappointed with Becky. Disappointed at Mark Henry. Definitely am disappointed in both of them. Literally. And I know it's all a part of telling stories, but now, yeah, she may not be the next Hulk Hogan. No. She may start in Hollywood. She may be calling herself Hollywood Becky Lynch next. Now that's a Hulk Hogan right there. Whether Becky likes it or not, she is a female version of Hulk Hogan. There you go. That's the female version of her. Female version of him. There you go. Like, there'll be like Becky Maniacs, that sort of thing. I'd love to see Becky do that. Literally. And that's how it should all play out. But that's up to Becky. It's Becky's thing. Really. And, yeah. Even though, as I said earlier, people would say, what do you think of your hero now? But as Becky said before, never meet your heroes. And if I met Becky, she'd probably say, what was it you said about me on your podcast? And I would say to her, I said what I said, Becky. There's nothing I could do to change that. I had to let it all out. He's gone, and you're happy about it? And then she'll probably be like, Terry, I'm deeply sorry that I called him those names. But you were right. That's what she'll say to me. She'll say, I am right. Literally, I am right. Hogan made professional wrestling what it is today in WWE. Or made WWE as it is today. Probably not wrestling. Maybe, but I don't know. What do I know anyway? And I don't care what some other fans think. Hulk Hogan in my eyes, was one of the best. He really was. He won at WrestleMania 3. He won a couple of other WrestleManias on top of that. And he probably won against Sergeant Slaughter. That's another WrestleMania match he won. Yeah, that was really good. And he says, what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you, brother? Yeah. And I know he has a shop that's run by Jimmy Hart. I definitely am gonna go to that shop and get a title belt that he held before. That's what I really would like. An iconic title belt that Hulk Hogan has worn round his waist in the past. That's what I would want, really. to remember Hulk Hogan. I got one of his signed posters that's actually signed by him, but that was brought somewhere off of maybe eBay or something like that. But my cousin got it for me. At least my cousin got it for me. And there you go. Yeah, that's how I'd like that. And I still got it to this day. And yeah, there you go. That's all I'm gonna say for now. Thanks for tuning in to the podcast of Wrestling with Railman28. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And as you guys, I wish you guys very well. And please remember Hulk Hogan for what he did in the past. Don't forget about the bad things he did. That's a favour. I mean, do whatever you all want to do. No one's judging you for that. And don't let others judge you. Well, even though I might be judging people, but I would admit that. But I'm saying in my opinion. Let's just say I'm saying it in my opinion. And my view. Everyone's entitled to their own views and opinions. I respect that. Yes. And there's nothing I can do about it. Yes. And maybe Becky said what she said on WWE. There's nothing I could do to change that. I mean, the video's gone viral. And and Hulk Hogan probably saw that. And maybe, well, I don't know. I'm not speculating, but as I said, the cause of death was a cardiac arrest, was a heart attack, and it was deeply shocking. Really was. And I know he's up there watching me, Hulk Hogan is. And I would say this. Rest in peace, Hulk. You were one of the best. I'm one of your big fans. Please come and visit me as a ghost. Just like Andre did. Just like Andre did. Please. That would mean the world to me. If you came to visit me in your spiritual form. Now, to all other iconic people that have passed away, Ozzy Osbourne, my condolences to Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy's family, his daughter and son. There you go. And you all know that I've been a fan of professional wrestling for years, and enough of this hatred. Enough of this. Hatred and rage is a monster that will destroy a person from inside out. And no matter what other WWE superstar has hatred for someone, it will destroy them. It will destroy them. Literally, it would. I don't hate wrestlers. I see them as they are. And if they're heels, I'll just be quiet. That's what I do. Don't say anything to them. Unless I really, really, really want to say something to the heel. Yeah, then I would. And there you go. That's what I would do. And I've done that to Lewis Basham. I've done that to possibly Theodore Powers, which I did. And who else did I do it to? Fabiano Romano, Cuban Heat, Jay Morgan. You name it, I've done them all. When they were heels, I've actually done them all. I've actually said a few things I probably shouldn't have said, but I understand professional wrestling now, and I understand when it comes to being baby faces and heels, or heel face, or heel baby face heel, maybe, whatever you want to call it. There you go. Simple. I keep things simple now. Now, Saturday, as I said, I'm going to UKPW to see their event in Bexley Heath. So, and if Lewis Basham's there, I know he's going to start saying to me, "What are you doing here?" And I'll say, "What's the matter, sweetheart? You missed me." There you go. I need a bit of happiness for you guys. And here's a bit of happiness. Yeah, but I know Lewis Basham. Now, I do know them now, so... and they know me. And Leapfrog knows me. And I'm going to be meeting this Drake, eventually. Drake, of course. Drake Maverick. Not Drake Maverick. Another Drake, of course. From the Shut Your Mouth Club. Yeah. I'm going to possibly... if he sees me, I'm going to zip my mouth up. There you go. I'm going to keep well and truly quiet until the match is over and it's done. And I'll go and see Liam backstage and he'd say, why didn't you say anything? I said, what do you mean? It's the Shut Your Mouth Club. That's what I did. Shut my mouth and I did not say a thing. There you go. And he knew that. Yaya would know that. Of course, yeah. I probably might see Yaya at the event eventually, possibly. But who knows? I'm just recovering from a cold. I am. And it's not too bad now, but I couldn't risk going out today just in case I might get another cold on top of this one, and I can't risk that. And I could get this cold from anywhere, or it just happens at the change of weather. There you go. Simple as that. So, yeah, and Charlotte Flair is now going for a full babyface run in WWE. I love Charlotte Flair as well. And now I heard that she's single again. What does that mean, you all may ask? Could it be me that dates her? Maybe. If she likes to date a British guy. No disrespect to Ric Flair, of course. She's Ric Flair's daughter. Now, all because she's in WWE doesn't mean she can act like Ric Flair's daughter. Just because she's Ric Flair's daughter doesn't mean she can't do things on her own. She can do things on her own. She can be her own character. She can just let loose her inner, loving, caring woman side that she always has been before. There you go. Now she's teaming with Alexa Bliss. There you go. That's a good tag team. Even though they're not friends. Of course, they have helped each other in the past. And they are going to become a tag team. Even though this is like before, when a tag team partner can't stand each other. But like Charlotte Flair, Ashley Flair, and Lexi Kaufman, I should say. Can't pronounce her surname actually. I mean, Miss Bliss and Charlotte, they probably can't stand each other. They're not friends, but they surely can be a great tag team. They watch each other's back, of course. That's iconic team making as well. So Charlotte and Miss Bliss, they deserve a tag title run. They deserve one. Of course, they deserve it. And of course, like Shayna Baszler, the Bays on YouTube, she tag teamed with Nia Jax, she couldn't stand her, literally. And then eventually they tag teamed with each other, and eventually they became a dominant tag team. And believe me, I've seen that in action at the Thunderdome era. I've seen that in action. Believe me, I've seen it on live at the Thunderdome. I've actually seen it on the screen. And there you go. I can remember that clear as day. And Shayna will understand when I say that. She'll understand that. And of course, I've known Jessamine Duke on YouTube, Ronda Rousey on YouTube, Natalia on YouTube, Natalia Neidhart, who is making headlines in wrestling right now. Congratulations to Natalia Neidhart, who is the best of all time in professional wrestling. And I hope Natty will come to the UK and wrestle in EWE. I would love her to wrestle there, so she can come wrestle in the Indies, wrestle at EWE, maybe for a quick visit, get posters signed out. I wouldn't mind buying a poster off of her and then having a photograph taken. We talk to each other about YouTube, etc. Yeah, of course, I would love that. But that's going to take time. But who knows? More iconic wrestlers for EWE? Yeah, I'm all for that. Maybe Eddie Ryan could come back for another show? Maybe. And maybe more iconic wrestlers can come to EWE at the Bedford in Balham. If Buff Broadside and Terence Thatcher can get on the phones, send out emails, etc. You name it. And maybe the Commissioner, Basham, could do something as well. Yeah. And you have it. That's all for now, folks. As I said, thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you all are doing well and hope you are doing well. Stay safe out there, guys. And remember what I said. Do whatever you want to do. Thanks again. Ring the bell, please. Thanks again, guys. See you around.